Right, this is Davinci Resolve, the basics. I'm going to put that in there first because I'm going to need that. Right, to begin with, this is a text block so you can tell people what's going to happen. In this one, import video. Okay, let's pretend I know what the fuck I'm doing. Now you come up to where it says master. On my Davinci, I forgot to mention, I only ever use this third button along, which is the edit button, and the space rocket, which is the deliver button. I don't do any of the others. So we on the import, come up to where it says master, right click, import media, go to wherever your video file is, highlight it and open, and it'll put it up here. And then when you're ready, drag it into the timeline. That's the basics of inserting a video. Right, we'll cover the audio next. When you want to, if you've got a video and you don't want the audio on it, you have to highlight both these. You click on either one because they're linked, it'll lighten both. And you see this little chain here. You hover over that and press the Alt key and then click it. It then just selects the audio. Drag the audio file down one and then move it across a little bit. And then right click it and delete selected. That gets rid of the audio. There is no more audio on that file. All done. The next part is, I suppose it's cutting bits out. If you want to cut a part of the video, we'll move this up to, say, we'll put it there. We want it exactly 19 seconds. So if we move this down, that'll move it back 2 frames, because that's to move it frame by frame. So you can be very precise. When you're happy with the place, you click this razor blade and you press it there, and that deletes, that puts a cut in the file. Click on the little arrow again, highlight the bit you don't want, and then right click and delete. All you're left with then is the bit what you wanted to keep in the first place. Let's undo that and then undo it again. If there's a bit where you want, it's in the middle of a video but you don't want the beginning and you don't want the ending, you literally do the same thing. Razor blade, cut it at the beginning, move it to the end of the bit you want to keep, and then cut it again. Click the arrow, highlight the first bit you want to get rid of, delete, highlight the second bit you want to get rid of, delete. What you're left with is the bit you want, and then you can move it to the beginning of your timeline, like so. Undo, undo, undo. Lot of undos. I really should learn the shortcut for this. It'll be Control and Z, I think it is. The next bit is the speeding up of the video. Actually, I'll get rid of that. I don't need it. Just decided. This video I'm practicing on is say 12 minutes long, but we want it to run quicker. But say for example you don't want all the video, you just want a section of it which you want to speed up and then have the rest play at a normal speed. What you need to do is jump forward. We'll go to somewhere around about here, about 4 minutes. You cut the video, but you leave both videos where they are for the time being, because this is the important bit. Go back to your arrow, highlight the bit you want to speed up. In this case it's the first one. Stop pointing at the fucking screen, you idiot. She can't see it. Right click on it and you hit this change clip speed. Now you may have noticed over on the right hand side is one called speed change. I wouldn't advise using that. It doesn't always work the way it's supposed to do, and I've had nothing but problems. This way I've not had a single problem with it. So highlight the bit you want to keep and to speed up, right click on it, change clip speed, and then you type in what it is. Obviously 100 is normal, 200 is double, 300 is 3 times, so on and so on and so on. My videos, most of the time I use 500, or if it's a longer video it'll be 750, but for this we'll use 500 and we'll hit change. As you can see, it shrunk. Doesn't always work that it shrunk, but it will have. This doesn't always move, but because it's a longer piece of video it shows up better. And now that part of the video is, instead of being 4 minutes long, is now just over 2 minutes. But this is the thing, it looks like you've just got the bit of video what you wanted in the first place, but you haven't. It's actually sped up all of that video. So when you're deciding where to cut, make sure you have an easy identifiable place to cut it, and then you move the timeline along. We did it 5 times, so we'll just say a minute, it'll be easier. Where I originally cut the video to speed it up, we'll go for a minute, we'll say that's where I cut it, and then you have to cut the video again like this, select that bit because that's the bit you originally wanted to get rid of or you want to keep the same, and then delete it. Now you've got the sped up bit here, which if I play, as you can see it's speeded up. But if we jump forward to this bit's back to normal. So then you can just move that to wherever it is you want to put it. But it's very important that once you've sped up a bit of video, you actually remove the bit of the speeded up bit what you don't want to keep. It does that apparently, so it's like if you make a mistake it doesn't destroy the entire video what you're working on. You can just undo everything and do it again. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, but it works very well. If you've got an audio file with this, it will automatically speed up the audio because they're both linked. It will speed up the audio to the same speed as the video, so you don't have to, you only have to worry about the actual video bit. So when you're picking somewhere to cut, try and find somewhere what's easily easy to identify in your video, because then it's easier to find it again when you need to cut out that section, if that makes sense. So we've done that bit. So I can undo all this. Right, I believe now we're back in all into one. Right, we're back up to the speedy up bit. Now we're back into the complete video, I think. Oh, no, not quite. Now we're back into the full video. So that covers the audio and the speedy up bit. If you want to put the text in, which I think I've just done that, haven't I? Didn't I? Possibly. If you want to add subtitles, it's pretty much the same. If you come into this search bar and do a search for subtitles, it'll give it you there. You literally just drag it on. It works. Right, why isn't that kicking in? Have I got it on a different bloody plane or something? Okay, I seem to have... There we go. There's your subtitle file. You type in what you want and it'll do the rest for you. If you've put subtitles on it and you decide you don't want the subtitle track, if you do that, it greys out the subtitle channel, and then when it comes to the encoding, it won't encode it. And if you put a subtitle track in it and you don't want it, just click on the actual track bit and press the delete. What else is there? The audio works the same as the video. If you want to put your own music video in or your own audio track, you literally import it, drag it in, drop it into the line. The difference with this audio, or the best thing about this audio, is if we play that, it's loud. You can come up here in the top right corner to under the volume, under audio. If you click this bit here and put minus, say 15, it literally lowers the volume, records it at a lower rate, volume or whatever you want to call it. And vice versa, if you want it to go louder, you just put 20. But as you can tell with that audio, it kind of goes a bit wampy. So if you got someone with speech on it, you want the speech audio higher than the background music audio. So just bear that bit in mind. And I think that's pretty much it. If you want your logo in it, you got your little logo like mine is here. You drag it in. God, that clip's doing my head in. There we go. Delete the empty tracks. There's my little logo for me dude. You stretch it out to however long you want it, which usually is the full length of your timeline. You use the zoom in the top right hand corner to make it smaller, and then you can position it to wherever you want to position it, like so. And I think that is pretty much it on the editing side. Let's go back to the beginning. When all this is ready and you're happy with it, save your project, because you never know, your system you might have a power cut or something, so save it regularly. When you're happy with it all, you hit the little space rocket and it brings you to the export page. Now me, I have a custom one what I all pretty much use, but you probably won't want to do that at the minute. So if you move across, you've got the YouTube button, you click on it and it loads up all the settings for YouTube. Excuse me. You can change the size of your screen to, that's normal 1080, you've got 2K, 4K. I'm not quite sure what the rest of these are. I don't go down there, to be honest. But you basically just, for YouTube, just leave it at that one until you get used to using it more. In here, you give it your title. I don't know who J is. And when you're happy with it all and everything's set out the way you want it to be, then where am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah. When you set the title and you've got all that the way you want it, you hit the add to render queue, and then it puts it up on the top right hand corner, and then when you're ready, you just hit render all. And it will go through the process of rendering. Obviously it takes longer depending on the size of your video and all the rest of the gubbins you put on there. I shall cut this down, and when I've come to put it up on YouTube, I'll cut it down so you don't have to sit and watch all this lot. Right, it's nearly finished the encoding. There will be a cut in the video, so expect that. I'm not going to make you sit and watch it all encoded for 4.5 minutes. Just wait for it to finish up. It's on 99%, so it should be done in a second. There we go, all done. Right, when this is all finished, hit the X up there to get rid of the job, because you don't need it anymore, and then click back on the edit window, which put you back here. Hopefully mine's behaving now. Save the project, shut down Davinci, and that should be the file.